Welcome back to CryptosRus. My name is Aaron. No, I am not George, but we are all George. George and the team have asked me to create a ETH-specific DeFi video series that will premiere every single Friday afternoon. And here we're going to start with the Arbitrum chain because there's a lot of DeFi going on there. It's the hottest L2 right now. In fact, it's surpassed Ethereum in the number of transactions per day. So let's jump on into that. First of all, I wanted to start with the Arbitrum portal. So this is portal.arbitrum.io. It's the best place to get started in Arbitrum. You can search for bridges and exchanges, but there's all kinds of things that you can choose up here. I'm going to choose bridges to start with, and then I'm going to go down and I'm going to find Stargate, because Stargate is probably the most popular bridge there is from Ethereum to Arbitrum. If you want to, you can move some Ethereum over from the Ethereum chain over to the Arbitrum chain, and you can choose what assets you want to move here. So you get actually quite a large list here. Ethereum, USDC, USDT, lots of stable coins mostly. There's some interesting ones here, but for the most part, I would choose to move over Ethereum because you're going to use Ethereum as your gas token, just like you would on the Ethereum chain. And that's what makes Arbitrum so nice and easy to use. Arbitrum in particular has grown so fast because it's low fees and uses Ethereum natively. So once you've got some Ethereum moved over to Arbitrum, you can start getting into the different dApps. And that's where I'm going to go back to the Arbitrum portal. Say you want to be a trader. I would stay away from centralized exchanges. I think Arbitrum is the best place to do some trading on perpetuals. So you're going to hit perpetuals. And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to find GMX. GMX is the largest dApp on the Arbitrum chain, in fact, by a multitude of TVL. So in fact, let me go to DeFi Llama real quick and just show you. So if you're not familiar with DeFi Llama is the OG best place to find DeFi related on-chain stats. So if you go up to DeFi here and then hit chains, you can find all the chains that are DeFi related that DeFi Llama tracks. But then go down and hit Arbitrum. My favorite thing to do is just find TVL and then find, look at that, GMX right at the top, over double the TVL of the next largest chain. In fact, Uniswap, Aave, SushiSwap, all these things that you're used to seeing on Ethereum are right here. So these are the most trusted dApps on the Arbitrum chain. So GMX, what is GMX? GMX is the perpetuals DEX that opened up almost right after FTX collapsed. No affiliation, guys, so don't worry about that. But it has taken up a lot of the TVL that was left behind from that collapse of FTX, and it's been thriving ever since. In fact, let's jump into GMX, and you can see it started in tracking in October here. TVL has just gone up and up and up, pretty much, right? So over $1 billion in TVL now. Fees have been insane. In fact, one of my favorite things about GMX is not only is it a great place to trade, especially in a decentralized manner, you can leverage trade on there. Now be careful, this is not financial advice, guys. Be careful with your funds, but also there's a LP token that I super love. So I'm going to jump into to show you where this is at. This is app.gmx.io, and this is the Earn tab. There is a dashboard tab and there's a trade tab. Let's just jump real quick into the trade tab just to show you how similar this looks to a lot of trading applications out there. You're going to be familiar with this sort of setup. You can long, you can short, and you can swap. And the long and shorts, you can do some serious leverage if you'd like to. Check it out at your own risk, guys. Do your own research on this stuff. But I want to go to the Earn tab because my favorite thing about GMX is actually the GLP part, the LP part. So this is the counterparty to the traders inside of GMX. And so GLP is based of 50% stable coins and about 50% mix of Ethereum and Bitcoin. And so when the price of Ethereum goes up, you get about a half a point for every time Ethereum goes up $1,000, you basically get $500 worth of exposure to it. But on the downside, if Ethereum does fall, you get less exposure to it on the downside. But what's also cool is that you get this 18% paid out in Ethereum APR, and this actually is a low week for GLP. GLP has been as high as 60% per week in APR. So this is a variable APR based on the fees that happen inside of GMX's trading platform. A lot of applications in Arbitrum are actually built on top of the GLP product, and I'll get into those in future video, guys. All right, so we're back in DeFi Llama, and the next largest by TVL is Radiant Capital. Radiant Capital is native to Arbitrum, just like GMX. You won't find it on Ethereum, and Radiant Capital is a lending platform, and this is something that happens in DeFi a lot. It's kind of the backbone of DeFi is lending and borrowing. My specific strategy has to do with holding a lot of Ethereum, and I like to lend my Ethereum to applications like Radiant Capital to take advantage of some of the APRs here, but also to borrow USDC or DAI or USDT to go invest in more applications, more coins on the chain, so that I can potentially boost my yields that I'm getting on my Ethereum. So I'm going to hold my Ethereum, I'm going to deposit it into this application like Radiant or other lending applications. In particular with Radiant, you actually get these amazing APRs, and that's why it's so popular. That's why the TVL is so high on the Arbitrum chain, is because you get 9% APR on the lending side for ETH, and then if you go over to like USDC or DAI, you actually get these like really high APR borrowing rates as well in the Radiant token. And the Radiant token has actually been going up quite a bit as well. So as long as the price is going up versus your borrow APY, you're actually net earning on your borrowing. Just a quick scenario here, if you lent your ETH, like say you had 1 ETH, you lent it, you're able to get 9% on that 1 ETH. Some of it's in ETH, the majority of it is going to be in the Radiant token, but then you can borrow USDC and bring it over to GLP and purchase some GLP with that, and then get, you know, another 18% APY on top of that. So your potential here is 10% here, you know, net 6% there, plus another, you know, 18 in GLP, and you're looking at 36 to 40% on your ETH investment, which is pretty incredible considering, especially if you've come from the ETH chain, there's not a lot out there is that giving you more than 8 to 10%. You know, staking your Ethereum is only going to get you 4 to 5%. If you're yield farming on Ethereum in convex curve platforms, you may get up to 8 to 10%. But in Arbitrum, guys, there's higher APR opportunities because so many people are flocking here, so many people are using the chain, there's a lot more transactions, a lot more volume, and that makes it possible to incentivize that volume. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to George and the team. I'm honored to be creating this content for this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.